Hi, everyone. It's your favorite Nina Corn, and I wanted to hop on to share with you some ideas on how to use the energy of the full moon in Sagittarius. This energy and this quick ritual idea that I'm going to share with you, or ideas, I should say, that I'm going to share with you. It's good to use this energy up until the next 3 days, okay? So you don't have to do anything tonight if you don't have time. But when you get time, and I'm actually encouraging you, highly encouraging you to make the time, please sit down and explore what's been happening with your energy for the last few weeks, especially the last week up until now, okay? Because the way that we can use this moon is going to help us to complete the cycles that brought us to this current moment, to complete the things that have just come up out of the woodwork that we thought were okay, or that we had settled or taken care of, that this last sudden what the F moment. And then of course, yesterday the moon was in Scorpio. So, or the last 2 days. So we've been dealing with the very scorpionic energy of the moon, trying to reveal some things to us so that we get the answers that we need. So as the moon was waxing in light, well, it was waxing in illumination in the sign of Scorpio, we were really being encouraged to listen for the truth in conversations, to tell the truth in conversations, to listen to ourselves and our bodies and how we react or respond when we are listening to something that we know is a lie or something that just doesn't sound right, okay? The moon going to Scorpio, being as bright as it was also illuminating things that we've been hiding from ourselves, and really encouraging us to say, okay, this is it. We know that it's time to move forward. We are in the middle of the year. We are about to hit summer head on. And then after that, after June 21st, the sun starts losing light daily. So we're reaching a pinnacle of the year where we can get a lot done for ourselves, but we have to be able to use this moon energy properly. And I'm going to be off in 15 minutes because I'm actually 14, because I promised my husband we would go for our evening walk to watch the sunset and the hummingbirds and all that good stuff. So we're going to start with the moon. Okay, we're going to start with our emotions embodied within our body. Okay, so the moon, let's see if I can share the chart of the moment. The moon right now is not on that page. The moon right now is on this page. And it's in the sign of Sagittarius at 11 degrees, the degree of illumination, the degree that says, I want to give you a brilliant aha moment. And it's going to be so brilliant that you're going to laugh, because you're going to realize that you could have thought this before. Nothing was stopping you from having this thought or this perspective shift, but you. So the moon is in the first house right now. Sagittarius is rising right now on the horizon in our lovely astral sky. And so I feel like this is a really big salute from Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius. I feel like Jupiter is riding this Sagittarian chariot, or riding on the back of I don't know why I wanted to say Trojan horse, but I'm gonna write that down because that's probably gonna come up later, Trojan horse. He's riding the centaur. So he's riding the king of the sky, is riding the back of the centaur. And whenever that happens, okay, that means that directions have been given, instructions have been given, a strategy has been made. And what's happening right now is everyone is feeling a little bit stuck. We thought we had it together, or we thought we had a plan, things were starting to work out. And then we have that one thing that crept up that was revealed. And this is how we rise out of the ashes of what has happened before, okay? Because we got Scorpio is in the 12th house here. The moon was just there, hitting the south node, saying, I got some stuff from the past that's going to come up. I need to rock, sock, and bop you, baby, but it's okay because now you're going to see the root of it. You are going to want to eradicate it, but realize that you don't have to throw everything away. You can save some things and plant the poison that then becomes your antidote. So whatever has been happening, you have to face it because that's the antidote. You have to deal with it. You have to heal through it. You have to be the one that changes, not the other person. You have to be able to change so that it makes room, it makes space so that they can change as well. They'll feel safe enough to change because you've changed, because you're the one who was aware of the problem and they aren't, right? So using that example, moving forward, the moon moved into Sag, saying, now I want to give you the words, the mindset. I want to remind you of the tools and the talents that you have and the things that you've learned up until this point so that you can use them to stay out of and away from that cycle again. I want to illuminate, I want to bring you into the fullness of the light in the night. Now you can see what is in the dark. You don't have to stumble or fumble around. You don't have to beat yourself up because you couldn't figure it out. It just wasn't time. Other things needed to happen. And speaking of time, we got to look at where Saturn is. The Saturn right now is quincunx or in conjunct Mars, meaning they can't really see each other. So Sagittarius, the moon in Sag, is saying, if you give your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your desires a sense of direction, Sagittarius is the archer. It needs something to aim at. Please don't aim for nothing because you're going to get a whole lot of it. Jupiter's going to make sure we're going to have a party that gives you nothing and no benefit because that's what you wanted. I want to show you just how powerful you are. Or you can say what you want. Finally, you are free to say it. Mercury is out of retrograde. You are free to say what you want so that you can shoot those seeds off, knowing that the land is good, the soil is fertile, so that when you get there, because you're throwing these out way before you get there, when you get there, you have something to eat, something to nourish you, something, a salve to soothe you from riding in you. Maybe you got chased riding on, a centaur. Maybe you got a rash. Now there is something for you. And because you shot your seeds off in fertile ground, even more grew. So share something with someone else. How about that? So you get to share something with other people only when you give yourself a sense of direction. You have to have a sense of direction. Where are you going? Not where you've been, I hope. Please don't go where you've been. The whole point of this moon is to illuminate the fact that you don't have to go back to where you've been just because you're not exactly sure how you're moving forward. The moon says you got to say something. You got to tell me. You have to speak up for yourself, baby. I gave you a beautiful vocabulary. Sagittarius is going to expand it. Go get the books that you put down, that you felt like maybe it was too much or you were too overwhelmed to read. Go back and start that program, especially that workout program, but make sure that it's healing and you're not pushing yourself too hard, but you're challenging yourself just enough to see some growth. The growth is coming, it's here, but you have to give it a sense of direction. So because Mars and Saturn aren't seeing each other right now, that quincunx is like, hold on, before we move forward, what is the strategy? Because the last time this happened, you didn't have a strategy and everything fell apart. You felt like the whole world was on your shoulders, but I'm here to tell you that that's the test. Can you do it? Restrict it with the whole world on your shoulder. Yes, you can. I'm going to show you how to shed it and how to let it go. Don't push it away. Don't shove it away. Don't try to fight it away. Learn how to integrate it. Some stuff it's just got to go with you. So how do you take it with you? Should it weigh you down with Saturn and Pisces? Should it feel like you're carrying a wet blanket? Absolutely not. Neptune says, remember, you get to make this up. You get to tell the story. You're the storyteller. You're the projector. You're the audience. You're the ticket master. You do this. This is your show. This is your world. And because you know that and you know how to manifest your way out of the very crap you got yourself in, and you know that you don't have to go back to that. Give yourself the gift of saying where you want to go. Don't necessarily talk about how you want to get there unless you know for sure. But speak with a sense of surety so that your arrows hit that right direction. The seeds are planted. You know you got something going for you before you get there. The seeds of your network and the people that you are going to meet, that's Sagittarius, the expansion of the land, the moves that you're going to make. Some of you are going to get houses that are the biggest houses that you've ever been in. And sometimes that house is only going to be 1,200 square feet and it's going to feel like a mansion to you. And you are going to be so grateful for it. Fantastic. Use this moon, take the idea of the moon being in Sagittarius, wanting to expand the way that your emotions embody your body, wanting to show you how to move, how to respond this time instead of react, how to flow, and how to accept the expansion that's coming. And the sun, of course, is the opposite right now of the moon. The sun is at 13 degrees. The shit will get off the pot degree saying, I need you to stop pretending like you're confused and that you can't get what you want. And that if you want two things, you can't have them both. You can have a place over here and a place over there. Stop looking at the state of the world. That's not your life. That doesn't have to be your world. Make your new world. Get to it. Stop procrastinating. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it. Remember to honor your power of choice. You have a choice to either do it or not. You have a choice to exercise or not. You have a choice to follow the regimen that you've been following that has not produced anything profitable for you or anything that benefits you, or to change to something else and to do it afraid and to do it scared. Take the energy of this moon and say what you want so that when the moon goes into the sign of Capricorn, and right now it's in the second house, the house of building, it's going to start working on what you said to bring it to a success, but it has to have a blueprint first. If you give it a janky ass, half-ass written late in the midnight hour because you couldn't turn off Netflix or stop talking on the phone or stop worrying about something, to actually sit down and say, hold on, universe, I forgot to give you some time. You gave me some time, let me give you some time. You be giving me money and dimes, let me give you some of mine. Let me commune with you. Let me go back and commune with nature, because money grows on trees, right? So one thing that you can do is go out and talk to some trees. It's warm enough for everybody in the Northern Hemisphere right now to go out and talk to some trees within the next 3 days and tell the trees, thank you. Thank you for being a resource, not just for physical money or greenbacks, but for the resources and the value that becomes furniture or that becomes a growing medium for something else that can become firewood. All these things that the trees can do for us, the trees that are connected to the earth and are very Jupiterian in how they grow when they grow really big, okay? Trees are representation of as above, so below. Think about the root system of the tree. The moon says what's happening on the inside. Check your roots. Do you have root rot? Have they been sitting in water too long and they need to be planted in soil? Have you run away from the soil because the soil was infested? It got too hard. You weren't planting nutrients in it. You weren't fertilizing. You weren't cultivating your life. You stopped paying attention to yourself. You literally stopped watering yourself, just like you stopped watering your plants that you got during the pandemic, or your garden, or the fact that you keep saying you're going to start a garden or at least go visit one and you haven't. All of these things want to be embodied in this energy. What are you going to do with your body for the next few years? How do you want to embody your body? How do you want to respond when the world comes at you versus react and say, hold on, I know what I did to do this. Let me go back and fix that real quick before it goes any further. Let me not lie to myself about it, because I remember when Mars and Saturn couldn't see each other and they were asking me for directions. I don't like when that happens. Let me get my sense of direction together, because Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn, is going to bring it to fruition and to a success. It will be refined when the moon goes into Aquarius. And it will be used and ultimately reduced down to its most usefulness in Pisces, so that you can do something new with it in Aries. Rinse and repeat. We go through these cycles. We build it up, we break it down, we burn it up. We build it up, we break it down, we burn it up. So take this energy, really tap into your feelings, your emotions, your lineage. How do you want to grow your lineage? How do you want to be that part of your lineage where they say, well, gosh, damn, we knew it. We knew it was going to be that sugar booger. We knew it. So proud. Here are more resources that the generations before you could not have because they weren't aware of how to use them. We have to take the tools that we have and go use them now. It is time. Because when Saturn shifts, when Mars shifts away from Saturn, Mars is going to go, I got the blueprint, I got the plans, or hey, I got nothing. Let's make it a success. It's up to you on how you want to direct your energy. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm going to go for an evening walk with my husband and watch the hummingbirds. And we are going to work on directing our energy our way because we want some stuff. And Jupiter is like, I'll oblige. The poison, yes, the plant poison that becomes the antidote. It has to be, because we're alchemists and that's what we're here to do. If we're aware of something that is crappy or effed up, we can fix it. I missed you too. Thank you for taking the time to teach tonight. I was thinking about your full moon sessions. I know. I wish I had thought to do this earlier, but I'm going to get back to my sessions. I'm excited about that. So stay tuned. More stuff is coming. My energy is back. I'm feeling so much better. And thank you all for your thoughts and your prayers. I love you all so much. Go direct your energy. We got stuff to build, y'all. We got stuff to do. How do you want your value to be seen and used from now on? What are your values? You got new values? Incorporate them. Do you want to make money a new way? Make it a new way. Do you want to release the old ways that you used to stop money? Do that too. But go hug a tree, talk to the trees. They know stuff. And thank them. Go and cry tears of gratitude that you know that the earth is taking care of you every step of the way. And let those trees talk to each other so that they can say, you know what? Our love has been doing so well. We need to bless them with something even more. We're listening. The earth is listening to grant you what you need to continue to help the earth. Okay? She's going to take care of herself through you. Be a willing vessel and enjoy the ride. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.